Hey, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a little progress update before we get to the Moline pony tractor, the Model R. As you can see, it is now inside. I had to make a home for it. I need to make space. This is part of the project. The radiator, the tank, and the hood. Fan, well, that's summertime stuff for exhaust problems. But the tractor's in the shop. Before we did that, I had to make space, as I had a big pile of stuff right here. I had stuffed in that area there. Stuff here. So I still have crates that I've emptied, all old plastic milk crates. I had stuff sitting there, sitting in this area. This area here was full. I could barely get to the bench grinder, the vise, and my nut bolt bin. Oh yeah, and I had parts all along here. I had a pile of junk sitting there where the camera tripod is now. So well, and I'll show you that. I'll show you what I had to do to get space for this, and then we'll get working on that. So Krusty, sitting there with his back to us, my Farmall H, was and will be parked right here underneath this lean-to. Right there. But behind the Farmall H, I have a storage area. No lights in here, so it's all natural. But like right now, that hood was in there. The 15 538s for Krusty, my Farmall H, is still there on the John Deere rims. Got a Dodge hood that I've listed for sale. The C10 hood and the Massey wheel weights are going to my brother. Pretty much all this here is scrap iron. I think this is Moline for Model R cultivators. See, hand operated, not hydraulic. There's a live PTO unit out of Moline, I believe a U. Miscellaneous parts is a Farmall H hydraulic pump and belt pulley assembly, minus the belt pulley. Like a C10 radiator. I've got this case belt pulley for sale on Craigslist, or not Craigslist, Marketplace. Oh, there we go. That right there. These Mack truck embossed truck mirrors. So all this was down here on the floor. These shelves here, I have 3 shelves here now. They didn't exist in here. All the parts were wall to wall on the floor. I had a path down the middle, and those 15 538s out there are the last things I could fit, unless I just wanted to start throwing stuff in here and stack it up on top, which, you know, you get so many parts you lose track of what you got, and that's where I was getting. I knew of some of the stuff I had in here, like the sheet metal, all the grills. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 Moline U grills, got a R and then a G grill, got 2 ZA grills up, or no, those are G as well. 1, 2, I just got them bolted together. That one's able to, it still has its backing piece right there, so I was able to display it. Got an R hood. Here's half a ZA grill. Here's a Z hood off that tractor for that's donating the engine for the R puller. We got a U hood, another R hood. I think that's like a TD6 McCormick crawler grill. And I got some 48,000 sheet metal, you know, fender, Z radiator, off the donator for our project. A G radiator that's got issues. I mean, I got radiators stacked up here. Here's our military stuff. This is a G4 combine radiator. It's all sorts of stuff. Gas tanks, got a few hoods, wheel weights I'm keeping. I got spare tires stacked up. And some of these rims, I mean, this is all for the Farmall A high crop. Somewhat organized. I got some molding parts on all these shelves. I tried to organize them by model. This is like it's a couple of U pieces, but this is U. I think this is U. That's R. Shoot, I'm even having a hard time remembering where I put everything. Got hydraulic cylinders down there. Farmall H, Farmall A, H. I mean, just, it's all up here. It's all organized. I actually have space to come down the middle now. If I get the wheel project done, those 6 will be gone. That might be a hose holder. It's aluminum car wheel. Old tires, rims, they all need to go away. Cub rims. I'm not sure if I'm going to scrap those or try selling them. Tractor tires, tractor rims for the rear. Just all sorts of stuff. So that's all work I had to do for a while just to make space for our pulling project. So let's go in there and see what we're going to start on. Well, one of the things we need to do first is get everything, got all the wiring done. The thermostat, or the thing that tells the temperature, it's rotten, no good. Cut that there. Cut it short here, because it will need a new temp gauge. Already got some of the wiring unhooked. Not unraveled. That through. That there is one of the original wire looms. And it should be, if I remember right, down here. That way it'd go through, on that bolt-on water manifold. Go through here. This one got moved up top. I believe it's supposed to be here. And they all run this way underneath. Then around. But anyway, I'll hang on to that. We'll get rid of that. The wiring is probably no good either, but we'll keep it together for now. Take care of that. This is your fuel pressure line. Need a wrench. Oh boy. I put everything in the toolbox. Everything's in the toolbox getting ready to go to the Northwest Fall National Tractor Pull in Moses Lake here at the end of the week. Today's what, Tuesday? It's Monday, and we are leaving Thursday after our daughter gets out of school. Cool, huh? I know, like I said, all the tools are pretty much ready for the tractor pull, so my toolbox is just about empty. So again, all that stuff that was outside, all that reorganizing, that took several days. Got that taken care of. So we'll leave that loose there for now. So it all takes time away from this. But I think now, I mean, I still got a little bit more to do. Big pile of scrap there. Get rid of the C10 hood and the fancy Harris wheel weights. Somebody would buy that Dodge hood, that'd get rid of that, and then I'd only have a few things to put inside. Oh. Something tells me this tractor's been apart before. All these nuts and bolts are like different sizes. Ugh. Oh man, shoulder neck's popping. Not happy. Springs in the way. That doesn't want to come off. Yeah, not that easy. Get the spring out of the way. So, for those that don't know, the R Molines are foot clutch, or a lot of the Molines are hand clutch, but the industrial model and military, they're a foot clutch. So this one actually has a foot clutch, and it's kind of stuck right now. Oh, it's starting to move more. There we go. I'll have to see if the clutch is stuck on the shaft inside. Let's see, where were we? That. Sheet for his torque. There we go. Good grief. I'm going to take me forever just to get one bolt out. Watch your toes. There, move in a little closer, you can actually kind of see what I'm working on. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's about a dozen bolts holding this together. It's not a big tractor, so I don't have anything fancy to split in stands or anything. I got a jack stand under here, and I'm going to use my floor jack underneath the front of this. I'll probably have to block the wheels too to make sure it doesn't tip over. Then we'll wheel it away. Those spare parts in there. Oh, look at that. I've got a different size. And that's the wrong size, and that's too small, and I think that's just right. We'll put that over there for now. So that's too small. Oh my gosh. Somebody just went crazy with all the different nuts and bolts they had. There we go. Let's see. That's 15. That's a 7. I had a 1-inch here a second ago. Where'd that go? The one on the ground? No, I got the 15. So yeah, so where's my 1-inch? Well, there's all sorts of fun stuff going on with this. Well, I guess we will do the ones I have wrenches for. Wait, what's that? Oh, there's a 1 inch. Come back to your side. I'm just getting started on this and I can't find any of the parts. There we go. It's always nice when I like opening up a tractor that hasn't been apart ever. Of course, that means, you know, it normally means it got well taken care of. Industrial stuff, not so much. I mean, they get their maintenance, but they get a lot of use too, to the point where they're wore out. So when I put this back together, I will definitely find some uniform nuts and bolts. That way, when I have to take it apart again, and I will, because that's kind of the plan, is I don't have to grab 2 wrenches to split the tractor in half. I mean, as far as the bell housing bolts go. So this pulling project, we're going to start off, like you saw in the previous video, with the Moline Z engine. It's like a 35 horse engine compared to this is the R is like a 25 horse. So we're going to add 10 horse to it. I mean, that's if the engine is any good. We don't even know that yet. I had a friend of mine in Oregon, Zach. He's offering, what's he offering? He has an engine for sale. What is it? It's a 206 overhead valve out of a 335. Let me know. We're just messaging here last week about it. So there's that going on. Possibility. I'd like to put an overhead valve 220 out of the U302 right after I figure out what wrench I need. There we go. Oh man. Oops, wrong way. That's gonna come up. Of course, then I have to figure out what wrench I need. So this here is an inspection cover for the clutch. And there's some grass in there and it looks a little rusty, so I explain why the clutch might be a little sticky. Hadn't been greased or used in years, so. And that nut is right up against the inspection hole. So I don't even know if I can get a wrench on that easy. Back to the inch and 16th. 1 16th. So this is going to be a process. Man, I'm just having a heck of a time. All this rust is just gumming the works up, eh? So again, this is going to be a process as far as stepping horsepower up. I've heard that you can get about 50 horse out of a, oh man, cheating is not helping. You get about 50 horse out of a Z engine. That's if you bore it over and get a propane head Alpha Z on it. That's pretty good horsepower, really. I think the 335 engines are 45 horse, something like that, and then the 302s are 60. This is all stock numbers. So, boy, it's just not going well. So we're just going to kind of go up through the ranks. The idea is to get this thing down to 3,000 pounds. I don't know if I'll get there. I know they make 3,500 for tractor pulling, but I don't know what's going to happen. All right, that's not playing nice. Well, I'm going to figure that thing out and get some more out, and we'll get closer to getting this thing split in half. And then I will bring you back. I don't know if you can see here, but I've got almost half the bolts off, or most of them off this side except for this top one. I had that trouble one here, got that out. Just had to stick the wrench up through the bottom of the steering bracket. But I have one more here. For some reason, they must have lost the hex head cap bolt because they put a square head in there. Then I have these two bolts here, which I've had those out already a couple videos ago when we were taking all the fenders and sheet metal off. But this clutch linkage is in a way of getting the steering linkage out. And that cotter key was stuck. A lot of times I'll grab it, tap it with the wrench or whatever I have in my hand, and it'll start to bump out. If it doesn't, then I grab it here and I start to twist. Well, I don't want it to break off because I don't want to drill it out. So it didn't twist, so I grabbed it here, grabbed the hammer, squeezed tight, and start tapping, and up she comes. This is a reenactment, but it did go about this easy. And then, of course, my wrench was hitting that washer, so we stopped. There, it started to move easy. Grab it, pull and twist, knock that rust loose. Oh, that stupid rust. Oh shoot, it's even broke already. Cotter key, one leg is off. If I can get them one out, I can get the other out. But, oh, I got them both out. Well, we're going to have to get a new cotter key. So we'll get that out of the way. Tap the linkage out. Are you kidding me? So to get that out, you got to knock it that way. To get this out, you got to get that out of the way. But this is hitting up against the steering shaft. So and that's still in the arm yet, so I can't go any further without a pry bar. Maybe have a pry bar. There we go. Yeah, I think that clutch will move. I think just everything's kind of dirty, old grease and whatnot, so we'll have to get it all cleaned up. Yeah, even the clutch pedal itself is sticking down on the shaft that it's pinned on. So we're good to go there. I don't know if it's rubbing or what, but they have a notch on this clutch rod to help clearance to help clearance the steering shaft. Okay, so see what we got to do next. Maybe we'll work on that one. If that comes out, then everything will want to fall if I have those out. I don't know. Guess we'll just start taking stuff apart again. Get that out of the way. Put that back. And we'll get smaller wrenches. Oh yeah, we're working here. Bigger nut, smaller bolt. Lovely. So 11/16. I think that the nut's 11/16. I think the bolt head's 9/16. Oh, and where'd that go? Good grief. Well, I'm going to have to find that wrench before we carry on, so these sockets are scarce too. I may have to bolt stuff out of the truck to keep working on this. Hang tight. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Starting to run a bit long, so I'm going to end it here. So again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one when maybe we actually get this thing split in half. All right. Thanks for watching again. Bye.